Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2026 related video here on my channel, and another instalment in my sporadic series titled What We Know So Far, where I go through pretty much everything we as Eurovision fans know so far about the upcoming edition of the ESC, which as we all know will take place this May in Vienna, Austria. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below, and as always there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. I have quite a bit of information in front of me, which I will be going through as I film this video. Some information might be a little bit inaccurate in places. I apologise for that in advance. Also, I will be clicking backwards and forwards a fair few times, so just bear that in mind. I will skim through the basic information first. This information we have known for several weeks, if not several months by now. The 70th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest will take place in the same venue that hosted the 2015 competition, the Wiener Stadthalle. The dates, again, we have known for quite some time now. Tuesday the 12th, Thursday the 14th, and Saturday the 16th of May. I don't think we're really going to get any more in terms of the official artwork or aesthetic. I don't really know. I thought we were going to get some more during the semi-final allocation draw, which was yesterday. At the time of recording this video you're watching now, it would appear not, so I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, it is what it is. 35 countries are taking part. That is a pretty good number, but it's also the lowest number for a long time. 25 of those nations will be in the final. Bulgaria, Moldova and Romania are back. That's nice to see, but 5 countries have pulled out, withdrawn, boycotted, whatever term you want to use: Iceland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia and Spain. And this is predominantly because of Israel's continued participation. There is a huge volume of information online about this. I'm sure some of you will have read bits and pieces about it as and when. What it says in front of me, and I will be very brief here: ahead of this year's competition, broadcasters from Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia and Spain said that they will boycott if Israel takes part, while others indicated their intention to participate dependent on certain conditions being fulfilled by the European Broadcasting Union. There was supposed to be, we all know this, a special General Assembly session in early November where broadcasters would talk about and vote on whether Israel should take part in 2026. However, this was scrapped because there was the implementation of a ceasefire deal and peace plan. On December the 4th, during the normal scheduled assembly session, broadcasters voted in favour of adopting a series of amendments to the voting system, bypassing a proposed separate vote on Israel's participation and allowing the country to compete. Almost immediately, Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia and Spain said, get stuffed, we're not going to take part this year. And then a few days later, on December the 10th, Iceland also withdrew. This will mark the first time the event will not be broadcast in Ireland since 1963, in Slovenia since 1985, and in Spain since 1961. Spain, of course, are automatic qualifiers every year, so this time around there is no Big Five, only a Big Four. The boycott has been described by several media outlets as the biggest crisis in the history of the contest. Nemo, who won for Switzerland in 2024, returned their trophy to the EBU. Charlie McGettigan, who won for Ireland in 1994 alongside Paul Harrington, also stated that he would do the same, but I believe he needs to find the trophy in the first place. There's a whole bunch of other information in front of me here as well. Portugal, who knows what's happening there? What a shite show. In RTP, we don't know the artists yet, but we do know the composers. This is a regular thing with Portugal's national selection. We find out who's written the songs before the performers, and a lot of the time, the writers are the performers. And 13 out of 16 acts have said, we won't take part in Eurovision if we win. So what on earth is going to happen with Festival de Canção in March? Is it really going to be the case where somebody wins, they don't want to do Eurovision, the runner-up doesn't want to do it either, so the person who finishes 8th, or somebody who didn't even qualify for the final, ends up being Portugal's representative? Surely they have some sort of backup plan. I don't really know. It's worth saying rule changes for Festival de Canção announced last year state the winner does not have to go to Eurovision if they don't want to. They are not obligated to represent Portugal. The country's participation does remain in question, as legislation which would increase government control over the independence of Israeli media outlets, including the broadcaster Kan, has been proposed in the Knesset by Communications Minister Shlomo Karhi. In 2021 and 2022 respectively, the Belarusian and Russian broadcasters had their EBU membership suspended indefinitely for similar reasons, as the independence of member broadcasters is a core value of the EBU. Belarus and Russia have not taken part in years. The Israeli media bill is yet to finalise the legislative procedures. So I suppose watch this space, but also don't really expect anything to change. There has been a bit of talk about Canada taking part. That's a bit bizarre. Don't see it happening myself. And Kazakhstan, well, I think they want to take part, but it's not going to be in 2026. The same with Canada. If it does happen, it's obviously not going to be this year. We know what the stage is going to look like. The voting system has changed slightly. The results of the semi-finals will again be determined by not just the public, but a jury vote as well. Hallelujah! Equality. The size of the national juries is larger, will be larger, 5 to 7 members. The range of eligible professional backgrounds has been widened. The maximum number of votes per payment method is reduced from 20 to 10. And all of this really has been implemented because of controversy surrounding Israel's result last year. Okay. The postcards, which have already been filmed in some instances, will see the artists immersed in various scenic locations across Austria with a physical postcard made for each, not too dissimilar to how they were for the Vienna 2015 competition. The semi-final allocation draw, which was hosted by Alexandra Wachter and Cesar Sampson yesterday at the Vienna City Hall, that has taken place. There are 15 countries per semi-final. There will be 10 qualifiers, of course. In semi-final 1, Germany and Italy will vote and perform. And don't forget the rest of the world vote, which at some point will play a crucial part, I am sure. Semi-final 2, Austria, France and the UK will vote and perform. Now, I am going to go through each country one by one. This is where the clicking backwards and forwards might get a bit complicated, but let's see how we go. Croatia are in the first half of semi-final 1. Dora 2026 gets going next month. The songs are out. 251 entries, a record number, were received by the broadcaster. All of the submissions were judged by a jury, and the lineup was announced some time ago. I did a reaction video to snippets of these songs on my channel, which you may well have seen. Based on what I've read and other videos that I have seen and things like that, it could be a two-horse race between Lelek with Andromeda, which is a great, stirring, choral, powerful number that could do really well at Eurovision. Teltumetas did well for Latvia, and Vesna did all right for Czechia a few years ago. Could it be Lelek for Croatia next? Perhaps. That song has been co-written by Zorya, who has been involved in Serbia's national selection a few times. The other artist who could do it, in my opinion, is Zevin with My Mind. Not really sure how to feel about that one yet, but I can absolutely see and hear that it's probably going to be a fan favourite. We do have a couple of pop bops. Lana Mandaric with Tama, Lara Demirin with Mantra. You've got that really quite hyperactive type entry by Lima Len, I believe it is, or Raketa. You've got a lovely song by Emma Bubic, Cold Snap, which is a bit more of an aggressive track, Mucho Macho. That could do quite well. There's going to be 2 semi-finals. Several songs will qualify from each show. I think it's a 100% televote in that instance, but I could be wrong. And then in the final, it's a jury and public vote determining the winner. So there you go. It probably is going to be Lelek. If you believe YouTube views and things like that, Lelek are well ahead of anybody else. At least they were the last time I checked. Anyway, that's Croatia. Finland. Now, Finland, Uden Musiikin Kilpailu is going to take place on February the 28th. On their social media pages, they have been posting images, teasers, hints as to the artists involved. We will find out the artists involved tomorrow on January the 14th, and one song per evening will be released, as has been the case in the past. Now, it says here 491 songs were submitted to the broadcaster. The event will take place in Tampere, and yes, each competing entry, along with a music video, will be released individually from January the 15th to the 23rd. So image number 1 shows what looks to be some sort of archery ring, a nutcracker, somebody pointing at the number 5, somebody pointing at a star, and somebody wearing a VR headset. So who knows? Image number 2 shows a spider's web, diamonds, somebody's eye, lipstick, and what looks to be a life preserver, a life jacket, something like that. Picture number 3 shows, I think that's Ray Charles, a grizzly bear and a telescope. Picture number 4 shows Paris Hilton, James Bond, a sword, and what looks to be Nosferatu or something like that. Image number 5, a fire, 2 musicians, and what looks to be a UFO. Number 6 has a sign that says Koti, angels, cherubs, a chainsaw, fire, blood, a feather. And then image number 7 has water, a letter, what looks to be a Bible, some sort of statue with devil horns, and a cross necklace. Not sure I explained that all terribly well, but the images are all online. There's lots of rumours. Lordi, for one such example, they're rumoured. But whether any of those rumours are true, well, we'll see tomorrow evening. Anyway, that's the situation with Finland. Georgia, we know nothing. Greece, the songs are going to be released in full shortly. Sing for Greece takes place next month. There are 28 songs, 2 semi-finals, 14 in each semi-final. The top 7 will go through to the final. In the semi-finals, it's purely public voting. In the final, it's public and jury voting. The favourites here, Dynamis with Chaos, Evangelia with Parea, which has been written by far too many people, Good Job Nikki with Dark Side of the Moon, and probably Zaf with Asteo. Everything else probably doesn't stand much of a chance, with all due respect. I wouldn't say that it's a poor selection, and when the songs are out in full, I will listen to them in full in my own time. But I wouldn't say really there's anything at all that is blowing me away just yet. We do have the semi-final split. The first semi-final, we don't know the date for it, but it will be early next month, I'm sure. We also have Cosa Mostra, who were the Greek representatives in 2013. Moving on to Moldova. They're back. Selecția Națională will take place on January the 17th. It really is coming up shortly. We don't have the running order for the final. There was an audition round, I think, but well, I'm not entirely sure. Yes, there was an audition round, but it wasn't broadcast for the first time or something like that. Anyway, it's going to be somebody new for Moldova. For many years, when they've taken part, it's been somebody who's been there and done that. Now it's going to be somebody completely new. The favourite is probably going to be Viva Moldova by Satoshi, who I think is a pretty big star. Maxim Zavidia with Aloe could do quite well. Catalina Solomac with Pink Margarita, that could do quite well. Bacho with Tata. He was supposed to be Moldova's representative before, but then, of course, Moldova withdrew because they weren't happy with the quality of the selection and the organisation of it, and various other bits and pieces, I'm sure. Anyway, he's back with that song. That could do quite well. Yeah, it's not a bad selection, really. But, you know, is there anything that's truly outstanding? Probably not, in my opinion. It is what it is. Moving on to Portugal, yeah. We don't have the list of composers in front of me. The artists themselves have not been revealed just yet, but that's surely going to happen in due course. The songs are going to be revealed on January the 22nd at 12:30 CET. We do have the semi-final split. We have artists, or rather composers, including Marquise, Dinis Motta, Andrea Marro, Rita Diaz, Ines Souza, Jacareu, Gonçalo Gomez, and so on. The semi-finals are on February the 21st and February 28th. The finals on March the 7th. The format will be the same as it usually is, jury and public voting. As for Sweden, March the 7th for the Melfest final. The cities in question, it all gets going on January the 31st, are Linköping, Gothenburg, Kristianstad, Malmö, Sundsvall, and of course Stockholm. We've known the lineup for ages. In Heat 1, Gräsula will get things going. A-Teens, who are back, are going to close that show with Iconic. In Heat 2, Arwin gets things going. Brandsta City Slackers will close that show. In Heat 3, Patrick Jean, Dusk Till Dawn. That's the first song we'll hear there on February the 14th. Saga Ludvigsson will close the show. Heat 4, Simbali gets things going. Smash Into Pieces will close it. And in Heat 5, Alexa, who is the American Song Contest holder, she will get things going. And Sanna Nielsen, who's back, the big return, she will close out proceedings with Waste Your Love. I'm not entirely sure who the favourite to win is at this point. Obviously, we haven't heard the songs. I think Gräsula, I think Saga Ludvigsson, and I think Sanna Nielsen and Alexa. I think they are the major contenders here. But we will hear snippets of the songs closer to the time, of course. That will all get going fairly soon. In the second half of semi-final 1, Belgium, we don't really know anything, but Loic Notte is rumoured to be coming back. Estonia, February the 14th for Eesti Laul. It's just the one show, jury and public voting. The songs are out, they've been out for ages. Geteriani, the 2011 representative, is back. Grete Paja, the Eesti Laul runner-up in 2013, I think it was, is back. Ollie is back. Will he finally win this damn event? Vanilla Ninja, the Swiss representatives in 2005, they've been in Eesti Laul before. They're back with Too Epic to Be True. And it's one of the major contenders here. Do not be surprised if that song wins. You've also got Stockholm Cowboys, which is Stig Rasta and Victor Krona together. You've also got a whole bunch of other names. Ant and Minimal Wind, that's a really lovely song. Klitscherick and Max with Jolly Roger, they're big stars. That could be a major contender. Long story short, Eesti Laul, yes, it all gets going on February the 14th. And it's not a bad lineup. As for Israel, we're finding out the artist on January the 20th, apparently. The song will be in March. Don't really know anything else about it. As for Lithuania, some of the songs are out. It all gets going, or rather the final, is on February the 27th. There's 40 entries, 5 semi-finals. January the 24th for the first one. Jury and public voting. The top 2 in each show go through to the final. The third place entry goes to a wild card round, and the audience and audience only will determine one additional finalist. Artists include Aiste, who has been involved tons of times in Lithuania's selection. Will she ever represent her country? I don't know. Black Biceps with Let Me Cook. You have Hansanova with Lumina. You have Lion Seca with Solo Quiero Más, did quite well before. Lolita Zero is back. That could be one to keep an eye out for. Selena Ice with Nessuno, I believe that song is out. The Ditties with Mambo. Valdas Lachko with Pabandom. Thomas G with One Night Lover. Melania with The Offering. Jokubas Jankauskas with Shine. Elizabeth Olshi with Between. Emmy Acidic with You Broke Me, Agnie Bushkevichute with Unbound, and so on. Loads of tracks. And yes, the first semi-final is being filmed tomorrow and will be aired on January the 24th, looking at this. So there you go. The final is in Vilnius on February the 27th. So there you go. Montenegro, they're back. Pretty good effort. The song is written by Boris Subotic, who wrote Dobrodošli, did he not? Yes, well, he's writing Montenegro's entry again. And the song is called Nova Zora by Tamara Živković. This is really good. It's a really, really solid effort. The staging has potential already. It's quite an intriguing performance. Vocally, it's pretty powerful as well. Really, the only way is up for Montenegro. They haven't appeared in a Eurovision final since Vienna in 2015. Could that change? this year. Looking at the final of Monty Song, which was on December the 21st, there was a jury and public vote. She won the jury vote, was second with the public, won with 22 points overall. Lara Baltic was second, and the song Temperatura was third. That's all there really is to say with Montenegro. Poland, we find out more next month. Wielki Finał Polskich Kwalifikacji. Yes, I think I butchered that. But it's a national final, and there's been live auditions. The jury selected 10 finalists. They will be announced tomorrow, as well as 2 backups. I don't know whether we're getting the songs tomorrow as well or not. Maybe, maybe not. But there you are. The winner will be determined exclusively by the public and public alone. So if you don't like the song, you know who to blame. As for San Marino, 6th of March for the final of their national selection. I think there's auditions and bits and bobs happening. Who really knows? And then Serbia next month for Pesma za Eurovision 26. Yes, we do know the lineup. Barely anybody has spoken about this, but we do have the lineup. It's just the songs aren't out yet. We have Harem Girls and Ivana Krunic with Bom Bom. We have Avgust with Jakuba. We have Cosmos Trip with Sveju Redu. We have Mirna Radulovic with Omaya. We have Zena with Yugoslavia. We have Yanks with Srushio Sisve. We have Lavina with Kraj Mene, Annabella Mitic with Trampolina, and loads of other musicians as well. More details will be revealed in due course. But yes, barely anybody has spoken about Serbia's lineup, even though we've known about it for weeks now. That is semi-final 1. Semi-final 2, first half. Armenia, we know nothing. Azerbaijan, we know nothing. Bulgaria, January the 31st for the artist, February the 28th for the song. The lineup is looking really strong. We have some big, current, fairly successful names here. We have Dara, Fiki, Mihaela Fileva, Mihaela Marinova, Preya, Veniamin, loads of others. In show 1, all 15 artists take part. The results will be decided by 5 jurors. The audience can vote as well. And after the results, the top 7 go through to the second show. What songs they'll be singing, I'm not entirely sure. In show 2, on January the 31st, it's the similar voting method. The act that comes out on top is the person representing Bulgaria. And then, weeks later, on February the 28th, only the winner of show 2 will take part, performing 3 songs solely created for Eurovision, 10 jurors, jury and public voting, and you know how it works. The one that's on top at the end is the song for Bulgaria. Pretty exciting stuff. As for Czechia, we find out more this month. That's all there is to say. Luxembourg, 24th of January, not long to go, for the Luxembourg Song Contest. The songs are out. They've been out for a while. There was an audition round. A panel of music experts looked at these performers, looked at the songs, and said, OK, it's these ones. Andrew the Martian, Darius, Ava Maria, Hugo One, Irem, Luzak, Shirokuro, and Steve Castile. Bad Decisions, Hush Hush by Irem is probably the favourite here. Darius with Melusina, that's quite nice. It's probably the weakest lineup for a Luxembourg national final since their return, in my opinion. But it is what it is. We will find out who represents them in due course. Romania, we don't really know anything just yet. And Switzerland, it's all quiet there as well. Bear with me. Albania. We know the singer, we know the song. It's Alice with Nan, a song that he has written himself. Fix 64 took place just before Christmas last year. He won the public vote. He won the jury vote. Second was Inis Neziri with Takam Fal. That's the song that I was rooting for. Sheila was third. There are rumours that she is... Well, I don't know if it's rumours or not. I think it might have been confirmed that she is part of San Marino's selection. So we might see her again. Fifi and Tiri Jochi were fourth. Not a bad lineup. A fine song won. Very powerful. Great potential with this one. No doubt there will be a revamp. And he's got a smashing voice. All the best. As for Australia, we don't know. Cyprus, we've known the representative for ages. Antigone Buxton. who's 29, from London. She is the daughter of Tonya Buxton, who is a TV presenter, and she was on the 8th season of UK's Love Island. She's released 2 EPs, a bunch of singles, none of which have really made any impact in the charts. Lie Lie, Habibi, which makes me think of the Dolly Style song of the same name, Hit List, Red Flag, Two Steps, and so on. She's a beautiful woman. The song's coming out in due course. Denmark, DMGP, February the 14th. Don't think we know too many details. I think it's in Christianshavn, and there are rumours of lots of former Danish representatives taking part. As for Latvia, the songs are out. They've been out for ages. February the 14th for the final of Supernova. We have Emilia, the runner-up last year, I believe it was, with All We Ever Had. Count Cayley, my God, they should be winning this. If you're Latvian, let me know if they're the favourites. Teun Tagad. Legstina, fabulous. She was my favourite last year with Bel Tempo. She's back with Ribbon. Mix Galvanovskis with Cruel Angel. Robert Ox, formerly part of Chiti Zeni, is back with Raven at the Taj Mahal. Tikasha Sakama with hashtag 010126 Coda. There are some pretty good songs here, no doubt about it. I actually need to go through them all again at some point soon. 124 entries were received by the broadcaster. A jury went through them all. Elpo, which is a double act, I believe. The girl in that group is Amanda Bashmakova, who represented Latvia at Junior Eurovision in 2011. 2 semi-finals and a final. We haven't had the semi-final split yet, I don't think. Jury and public voting. So there you go. As for Malta, the songs, I think, are out in full now. January the 17th, so it's coming up soon, the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2026. 80 songs were created at a songwriting camp. 18 made the cut. We have Aiden with Bella. Sarah Bonici has co-written it. That's probably the big favourite to win. Franklin Kalea, great voice, schmaltzy song, Guide You Home. We have Janice Manjon, who did well a few years ago. She's back with Universe. Let a Girl Breathe by Kelsey Borg might be the strongest song here, in my opinion. Certainly she should get a lot of love. Matt Black is here. He will definitely be challenging for the win. Stefan Galea is here. Denise with Trophy is here. That could be a contender. Aiden apparently is opening the semi-final, and Nathan Sailor with Ganador is closing it. How many songs qualify for the final? Not entirely sure. But the semi-finals on January the 15th, so in just a few days. And Destiny, who did well for Malta at Eurovision in 2021 and won Junior Eurovision 11 years ago. She is one of the co-presenters, alongside Gaia Cauchi, who won Junior Eurovision in 2013. It all gets going very soon, and I don't know, there just doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of hype at the moment for anything Eurovision related. I get it. Norway, February the 28th for MGP. We're getting the artists very soon, and I assume the songs soon, and watch out. Guess who's back? Rybak's back. Apparently, Alexander Rybak, the fairy tale man, that's how you write a song. Yes, he apparently could be in the MGP lineup, so watch this space. As for Ukraine, the wildcard round for Vidbeer is over and done with. Kayat won it very comfortably, ahead of Monfia. Marta Adamchuk was third, so we now know the full lineup. We are getting the Ukrainian songs, all of the other pre-qualified acts, their entries. It's either tomorrow or on January the 15th. I'm not entirely sure. Jerry Hale is back with Catharticus Prayer. We have Leleka with Ridnim. Melody, runners-up last time out, with The Legends. The Aliens with Crawling Whispers. That's a group with Olena Usenko, who was Ukraine's representative at Junior Eurovision a few years ago. She's got a great voice. Anyway, the whole list is out. We're getting those songs very soon, and you better believe there's probably going to be something there capable of winning Eurovision itself. That's semi-final 2. As for the final, Austria are having a national final, Wer singt für Österreich, which is going to take place on February the 20th. The best song in it, by Tamara Flores, she's withdrawn. The other artists, we have Anna Sophie, David Kurt, Julia Steen, Philip Piller, watch out for him. We have Cosmo, Bamlak Werner. We're getting the songs very soon. There was a short list of 30, there was a live casting round, and then a jury or whatever. selected the songs that we'll be getting in due course. So there you go. As for France, we don't really know anything. There's been a few rumoured names. Germany, February the 28th for their national selection. Don't think we know too much else about it, truth be told. Italy, Sanremo, February the 28th. For some strange reason, I'm going to have to do it this way. But the lineup we've known for a while, and it's looking strong. When does it not? We have Arisa, Dargen D'Amico, Elettra Lamborghini, Ermal Meta, Fedez and Marco Massini, Francesco Renga, Leo Gassman, Levante, Mara Sate, Michele Bravi, Raf, Patti Pravo, Serena Brancale, and loads of other names as well. Certainly Fedez and Marco Massini with Male Necessario. That could be a major contender. I think Ermal Meta with Stella Stellina could do very well too. Arisa has always done well at Sanremo. She's won it before too, I believe. She should be up there getting a lot of love. Magica Favola is the name of her song. I think Raf with Ora e per sempre could do very well. Yes. So there you go. There's also a newcomers section, so it's also worth maybe keeping an eye on that as and when. Of course, it takes place over the course of several nights. It goes on for hours and hours. There's a sort of jury vote, a press vote, a public vote. It's all combined in different ways. I'm not going to go through it now. I did talk about it in a video previously on my channel. Then, of course, we have the UK. It's anybody's guess what's happening there. And even though they're not taking part, Benidorm Fest in Spain, I have heard the songs, not all of them, but most of them. You have Ethan Clunas, you have Kitai with El Amor Te Da Miedo, which is my favourite at this moment in time. You have Miranda, big stars, and Baila Mama with Despierto Amandote. You have the Kinkies, you have Kenneth, you have Atyat, you have Asher. There are some good songs here. Apart from my favourite, which I just mentioned, I've not really been totally bowled over by anything, but it's certainly not a bad lineup. And of course, whoever wins ain't going to Eurovision. Anyway, that is all I've pretty much got to say. This video has been a massive, messy ramble, but when is it not from me? Thank you very much for watching if you stayed until the end. If I've missed anything out, I do apologise, but rest assured, there will be more What We Know So Far videos coming up on my channel as and when. The next one will probably be in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. There's lots of national finals coming up. Feel free to let me know your favourites in those shows. I'm going to spend a bit of time over the next few days, all being well, going through some more national final tracks and making sure that I know them very well. And if you'd like to know my favourites, do keep an eye on my channel and indeed my other social media pages, including the Instagram page rajc.esc. That is the best place to find out which songs are my favourites for each national selection. Anyway, that is it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the support as always. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.